boys, I've got just 2 or 3 designs here that the artist has done that I'd like to show you. Here's the first one. It's an example of a kind you see many of. It's got a religious theme running through it. Here is the birth of Christ, there is crucifixion, and there is the resurrection. Well, in many of our churches and cathedrals, you'll find religious themes being shown on the stained glass windows. That's wonderful. And here is another one. This is an example of a memorial window. Actually, it was done for Grimsby, and as we look down one of the panels of the window, we can see a picture of a trawler and some of the Grimsby fishermen. Reminds me just a little of our deep sea fisherman. You remember he came to see us a long time ago. Well, this is in memory of the Grimsby fishermen who died in the last World War. So many stained glass windows, like this one, have got a memorial story behind them. But there's still another kind, and here's an artist's original drawing for quite a different story. This is the window, designed for a window that's going into a church, not very far from here. And in that center panel, you can see the face, the figure of a man holding a church. And we're going to see this afternoon some of the stages through which this window is passing before it is assembled, ready to put into the church itself. And now we come to the real business of preparing for the making of the window. And the first stage is to do a full-size drawing on a large piece of paper. It's called a cartoon. Here is the actual full-size figure of the man that you saw in the original artist's design. These heavy bars that go across the window here, they are used to attach the window to its surround when it's put in the building. I always like the pattern, you know, that these lead lines make. They seem to be contrast with the colours, but they give the window its particular quality. Well, now, this is just one part of the cartoon, as we call it, of this particular window, but there's another one which is actually a tracing made from it on tracing cloth, which is like tracing paper, only rather stronger. It's transparent. The tracing cloth is put over, and I don't know whether you can see it, but there is the head of the man, and it's traced rather in rather narrower lines, which we'll come to in a moment. Just let's move it along so that you can see the two. There we are. Now, the making of stained glass windows is really a teamwork, and this cartoon will go to the painter, because they paint the windows to their own particular colours, and this cut line, or tracing as they call it, will go to the man who cuts the glass out, and then to the glazier who assembles all the small pieces of glass into the actual window itself.
Is this a painting or a photo? You know, drawing, a sketch or a photo?
Oh, it's not a photo, it's a real sketch, and this is actual Indian ink, and these are pencil marks. But let's get our man of action, our craftsman, in, shall we, and get him to tell us how he would make from this cartoon the actual cut line or tracing. Let's put it on the table so it's all ready for him. Here we are. Now, we'll have the other one ready so that... Can you help me over the table with him? That's right. Just slide him over. That's right. Now, there's the head, and there's the head. Now, can we ask, please, Mr. Welsh to come in? Come along, meet my boys.
Hello, Mr. Welsh.
How do you do? Now, Mr. Welsh, you do a good deal of the painting work.
Yes.
Will you just explain to us very quickly how this comes from this? We've got a piece of your cloth there for you.
You see, there's a bit of cut line every time. One side's shiny and the other side smooth. You put that over there like on the rubber joint. Would you lads hold it down? That. See, there's Indian ink here, a brush here, a sable brush. And this is what we term as a rest. You see, otherwise if you didn't have that rest, when you've done lines over here, you smudge those. So you mustn't get too much ink at the time. It'd make you...
Yes,
just a bit
plenty of
more
room to
there.
work.
Now you've got to go down the centre of this line here. Keep the cut line still.
And the bridge is so that you can move all over
That's
without
right, you see,
smudging
without
it.
smudging it.
Yeah. Very good. Now,
Yes.
I want just to explain to the boys, now just come in and show them why this line is narrower here than on the cartoon. Because it's what you call the thickness of the heart of the lead.
That's
isn't it?
correct, yes, that's right.
Now, the lead is really H-shaped in sections. Supposing I put a book down there to represent it, and there's the other part of the H, and there's the other. There's an H lying on its side,
Yes,
isn't it?
yes.
Now, the top is called the leaf of the lead, which is what you see.
That's right.
And this line here, represented by the book, is the thickness of the line you've drawn.
That's right,
There's
that's
the
the
other.
heart, you see. That represents the heart.
So we'll use the word the heart of the lead later, and the glass would